Hello, darling. Welcome to my channel. Ellarie here. They finally did it, y'all. Colourpop finally did it. I remember when Colourpop came out with their concealers. Ever since we found out those were popping, we were like, okay now. You come out with a popping foundation and I'm just gonna have to snatch my edges out. So usually when a brand comes out like a popping concealer before their foundation, we hold their foundations to a high expectation. I'm hoping that Colourpop learned, and we're about to find out. So they sent over this PR box the other day. It just says, you asked, we listened. And the no filter foundation on the side. Let's see. Oh, yes. Look at all those. Let's see how many there are. Let's see. There are 42 shades, y'all. 42 shades, only $12. And it says they are full coverage, long wearing, natural matte finish, which I'm excited about. I love me a good matte foundation. So it looks like they have 7 shade ranges for fair, 7 for light, 7 for medium, 7 for medium dark, 7 for dark, and 7 for deep dark. So pretty much you're gonna find kind of what shade you're similar to and decide which undertone best suits your skin. So this is a new thing brands are doing as far as putting some sample shades in there for their PR releases and then a couple full sizes that they think you may be. But it looks like this is what the full bottles are gonna look like. So let me pop one of these out. So here's what the bottle looks like. It just has stars on it and it also has a pump. Now it says there's 0.85 fluid ounces in here, which to my knowledge is a little less than what you get in other foundations. I think most other foundations at least start at 1 fluid ounce. Even like my foundation that I currently wear, the CoverGirl, which is the drugstore brand, starts at 1 fluid ounce. Yeah, like I said. So I'm gonna get a little less, but it still is inexpensive, so you know. I am going to color match myself really quick. This one looks like it's going to be a little too light for my liking. It is deep dark 190, so I'm going to go a little darker than that. I think I like this one. This is deep dark 195. So I think I'm in the deep dark between 190 and 200. So I'm just doing a couple chin swatches real quick. I love how their sample jars come with a little paddle. It's the little things in life because it was hard beating them out of those other jars that I was getting. So thanks for the little detail. So this one is 190. This one is 195. And this one is 200. I'm also going to swatch the lightest and the darkest shade for you guys as well while this one is setting so I can make sure I'm choosing the right one because I feel like I'm this one right here. But I'm gonna let it dry a little bit because I might need to go even a little lighter depending on how it's set. So in the meantime, this is the lightest shade. It is Fair 05. Ooh, child, if you this fair, you are a snowman. Go get you some sun. And this is the darkest shade. It is Deep Dark in 215. I think that color will look really nice on my chocolate sisters. So first of all, kudos to them and all the brands that are starting out with a minimum of 40 shades. I feel like now brands that are launching foundations are starting with at least 40, which is a great change in the beauty community. And I love how they did different undertones in the different categories. I feel like that's going to make it even easier to find a shade that best suits you. Okay, so I feel like for my personal preference, I may go with this swatch, which was 190 and actually came in the big jar that I didn't even think was gonna be right for me. I thought I was gonna be more this one, but this one looks a little too dark for the neck. It's a little too dark for the neck. So we're gonna try out 190 in deep dark. I'm so excited. Now before I put on the foundation, I have some more good news for you guys. They also have setting powders. Yes, you heard me correctly. Setting powders. Here is the PR box for their setting powders. They have some loose setting powders and some pressed ones as well. The loose powders come in translucent, banana, medium deep, and then they have 6 shades of the pressed powders. I'll probably use the deep dark for a contour and the dark shade to go over the banana powder that I will use to set my concealer. All right, so let's get started, shall we? Face is primed. Okay, so the color is a bit red on me. I don't feel like I would be able to fix that without mixing it with another foundation, because the deep shades, I swatched those too just to be on the safe side, and they were all too dark and the color below is too light. So I feel like in order to get the perfect shade for my undertone, I would probably have to mix two together, which I don't typically like to do, but I will do it if it's like a bomb foundation. For instance, my current foundation, the CoverGirl foundations, I mix 40 and 50 because one is bronze and one is golden. And I feel like with my undertones, like I'm a little yellow, a little golden, but my tan, sometimes when I get tan, I'm a little more bronze and a little more neutral. Like, it's not always easy finding a foundation where you can use one color and it matches your whole face perfectly, because even the inner and outer portion of your face may be two different tones. But we're gonna finish the whole face still with the same one. I'm not gonna mix any together, but I feel like if I like this one, like I'm gonna do a wear test, and if I really like the formula, then I wouldn't mind mixing two together. But for now, we're just gonna continue. I am going to put on my concealer before I grab their setting powder. Now, it does recommend using a brush or dual fiber brush to apply or sweep away your setting powder, but sorry guys, not gonna follow the rules. I'm gonna use my beauty blender. There's no pearlescent going on in here, so I don't think we'll run into the same Kim K problem that you guys swore was because of my beauty blender. Well, it wasn't, but that's a whole different story. I'm going to set my concealer. This setting powder isn't as yellow as my normal Sacha Buttercup powder, but it still has a yellow tint to it, so it still should be fine. It doesn't say how much these are in the PR box like the foundations did, but you get 8.5 grams. You can already tell it's a smaller jar compared to other baking powders, but if the foundations are 12, I can only assume these are maybe like 8, but don't quote me because like I said, there's no pricing for these currently on the box. Now I'm going to use their deep dark pressed powder to contour. And finally, I'm gonna go over my highlighted areas once again and right under my contour with their dark pressed powder. So this is what we have, y'all, after using all the powders and the foundation, of course. I actually think the foundation looks better underneath like the contour and the highlight, because it gives my face like some structure. Like I said earlier, sometimes the inside of your face is a little lighter or has like a different undertone. The outside needs something a little, you know, darker. That's why my contour powder is usually a bit redder, because I like to mix yellow and red shades on my skin. I feel like it balances everything out much better and evenly, especially as brown women. Sometimes we have to go a little bit different as far as undertones are concerned on different parts of our face, because we just have, you know, we have a lot of colors up in there. We have some reds, we have some yellows, we have some browns, we have some colors up in there. So once I added the yellow concealer for the inside of my face, I feel like it balanced out a lot better. So I'm not mad at it. I'm not creasing at all yet. I am gonna give this a wear test, which if it passes, I'm gonna be floored, because it is hotter than monkey knuckles out there. It's humid. I live in Atlanta, y'all know that. So the weather, we asked for the sun, and like she's here. It's like 90 degrees outside, so we're gonna see how she holds up throughout the day, and yeah, we'll have our final review later on tonight. So it is, what time is it? 9 o'clock, and I've had this makeup on for about 9 hours. I was just about to take it off actually and put my pajamas on and take a shower until I realized I'm supposed to do a wear test. So, how do I feel about her? I like her. I do. The color actually even worked out for me. I am oily, please don't mind it. I have not blotted at all today, and like I said, I live in Atlanta. It's humid and it's hot, but I purposely did not blot all day because I just wanted to see what it would look like if I didn't, because believe it or not, there are some foundations where I never have to blot. They just, maybe my nose, but everywhere else stays pretty matte. But I'm not even mad at the oil because I'm not creasing. I feel like the wear is pretty nice. It is a pretty full coverage foundation. I know I mentioned that, but I forgot to like mention it as I put it on, because sometimes foundations say they're full coverage and I put it on and I'd be like, you kind of more medium to full. And this one, like all my freckles and stuff disappeared on first application. So it is full coverage. I was matte for most of the day with a little blotting. I can blot right now to show you that, you know, it's just really the humidity that got to me. It's really just in the normal areas like my T-zone. Y'all see this purple highlight too? I filmed this eye look. I don't really know if I'm going to use it yet because I didn't really quite love the way it turned out. But if I do use it, it'll be after this video. Purple. Try something a little different. Getting off task. The power of blotting. It's like a touch-up-less touch-up. And of course, if I even wanted to draw out some more oils, I could go over it with some powder to freshen up. But I don't need to. It's time for bed. I've been crying before I came up here. I don't even know if you can see the streaks of tears down my eyes, but I messed around and got caught up watching Man on Fire. Seen it a million times and cry every time she screams crazy. If you haven't saw it, you won't get that. But anyways, I like the foundation. I actually like the powders as well. Even using my beauty blender and not the recommended way with a brush, it still mattified me and set my concealer. And the face powder is actually very similar to my normal face powder. So all in all, Colourpop done it again. I don't know how they continue to do it, but I'm not mad at them. They can continue to do it. And of course, don't trust anybody's information but your own. And go ahead and try the foundation yourself and the powders yourself to see if you like them. We have different skin types, you know, different skin needs. Only $12, so it's not like you'll be losing out too much on your coins. And just pop in one of those Colourpop Ellarie collab lippies while you're at it, you know. Show your girl some love. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my little review. If you want to find out where to get these powders and foundations, I will leave some links for you down below. And as usual, let me know what you want to see next on my channel. But until next time, love you guys. Mwah.